Moldavite Podcast, Episode 7. A few years ago, I woke up to the fact that there's more to life than what we've been told. Exploring a new spiritual path, I stumbled upon Moldavite. This is where our story begins. You are invited as I share not only my own personal journey, but also talk with people just like you that have been working with Moldavite. We have some amazing things to share, so please join us. What's going on, you guys? Levi, the Moldavite guy here. Welcome once again to the Moldavite Life Podcast. Today is Tuesday, November 29th, 2016, and this is episode 7 of the Moldavite Life Podcast. All right, real quick, I've got one quick announcement, and also I wanted to thank the new subscribers for go ahead and get into the video here. I've got several video clips that I've taken along the way of creating Moldavite Meditation Oil. So before I get into that, let me thank these guys real quick. All right, Mike Legault, Taishana Crystal, Lex Lavarche, Amanda D'Anglis, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Candace Ocean Dreamer, Mark Earth, Jen's Adventures, Stephen Wright, and Illuminati Overflow. Thank you all for subscribing to the podcast. I really appreciate that. It gives me, confirmation that I'm doing right here, and hopefully sharing some really good material about Moldavite with all of you. So thank you again. All right, the quick announcement before I get into today's show. You remember last episode, or last video actually, it wasn't quite an episode, I had spoke about an incredibly busy weekend coming up, and that was not this past weekend, the weekend before. Saturday, I was a vendor at the Edgar Casey ARE in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and it went very well. Made a number of really good contacts, and I'm looking forward to following up with some things there and sharing some of this information with you. Now, quick announcement is, okay, the Moldavite Star Elder channeling ceremony in Black Mountain, North Carolina at the Light Center was incredible. And I really can't emphasize that enough. And I really wanted to get that episode up actually before this one, but I feel like that it's not ready yet. I really have so much material that I want to make sure it's represented in the best light as possible. I actually got special permission from the folks at the Light Center to record some video footage inside to show you guys, and I really want to make sure I do right by them and present it really well, as well as a special interview with the two lovely ladies at that were putting on the ceremony. And again, it was an incredible event, and I had several experiences that I can't explain. Again, I do want to share all that with you, but I wanted to make sure that I put all that together in a very, organized, cohesive format so that it's well presented. And I feel like it just needs a little bit more editing, because actually I have a small audio clip from the channeling ceremony itself. I got permission to do that as well, where the Star Elders spoke about Moldavite. So I will share that next episode. Before I get into that, today's episode is about Moldavite Meditation Oil. Now, if you're wondering, if you've been paying attention to the podcast, I've been speaking about that. I actually recorded a video process along the way while I was creating it. And I wanted to go ahead and show the full process so that you could, more or less appreciate everything that went into it. And, I got the cameras going I got the camera going so I could see the background. It's kind of dark here. I'm actually using natural light, and it's pretty overcast today. So if you're wondering why it's a little bit dark, that's why. But anyways, back to the show. All right. without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and roll the footage here, and you guys can check out how the Moldavite Meditation Oil was made. Enjoy. Okay, it all starts with Moldavite. Yes, if you guessed that one, give yourself a cookie. Okay, so I picked out several pieces of Moldavite that were roughly 1 gram or less, along with a larger piece there. And here I'm energetically clearing a rose quartz crystal ball, which is set in a bowl of Himalayan pink salt. I'm clearing it with a 528 hertz tuning fork. And if you're wondering why 528 hertz, I've actually been studying or learning some sound healing the last couple of years. And 528 hertz is known as the love frequency, also the miracle tone, and is said to repair DNA. There's really a lot of incredible information out there online about it. And I'll actually go ahead and link to some of that information for today's show notes, episode 7 of the Moldavite Life Podcast, and you can check it out on the website, moldavitelife.com. Here I'm clearing the Moldavite itself. Again, I did this 3 times for each of the elements, the Moldavite, the oil, and also the rose quartz. It took a while to pour the grapeseed oil in there. Now I started all of this that you see here, started it all on the new moon. The new moon, which some of you guys that may know astrology or whatnot, they say is about the best time if you're going to start something new. And this new moon was actually the new moon that led up to the supermoon of November 2016. I just put the rose quartz back up there. I added the Moldavite into the oil. And I'm, again, doing a thorough cleansing, and also I really tried to put as much positive energy into this as I could. Like I said, I started this on the new moon, and the full moon, which was actually the supermoon, comes around about every 70 years. It's the closest it's been in 68 years, actually. I forgot to add the larger piece. So, I cleared it again. And so, once I got everything put together, more or less setting in the container here, I wanted to kind of let it, here it is, thoroughly cleansing and clearing the rose quartz crystal ball. Okay, 15 days and 15 nights later. Charging in both the sun and under the moon, the supermoon. Again, the supermoon occurs about every 68 years. So the moon was the closest that it's been in, I can't remember what year, but okay, right now I am actually heating up some water. Now, do not try this at home, okay? I want to stress that again. Do not try this at home. Heating up oil can be dangerous. And if you're wondering, no, I have not added the essential oils yet. Now, what I'm doing is, again, this was recorded, this part of the video was recorded 15 days later. So, roughly I think the day after the full moon, so technically 16. The day after the full moon, I gently began to heat up the grapeseed oil.
and figure energetically this would help to infuse more of the Moldavite into the grapeseed oil. Now, this again, this is some powerful meditation oil, and it's stressed again. Do not try this at home, okay? Because heated oil can be dangerous, and I'm a bit of a mountain man myself, so I kind of was very cautious, very careful. Okay, more of the. I just thought these are, really pretty, really pretty scenes or footage, whatnot. Okay, after cooling down, I let it gently cool down to more or less room or outside temperature, and then I added the essential oils. So I added, was it frankincense? A lot of frankincense oil, lavender oil, and ylang ylang oil, and then gently mixed everything together. And after that, got the final product, which was indeed this incredibly powerful Moldavite Meditation Oil.
Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed that footage. Again, sorry for the lighting. Only using natural light here. And if you would like to get any of this Moldavite meditation oil, I will have it up on the website, moldavitelife.com. Now, I've only got about 15 or so right now. And you can see each one has a small piece of Moldavite in here. And it actually has a small thing on here, a roller, that you can use to roll just a little bit on. And I would stress that, just a little bit. Because actually, when I went to the thing on Saturday at the ARE, there was a young lady that worked there that actually came out, and she picked it up, and then she set it back down real quick. She said, "Oh, that's powerful." Yeah, I hope so. I put a lot of good, tried to put as much good positive energy into it as I could, and she actually came back out later on in the day and asked if she could put some on. I said, "Well, with caution, be careful," because she seemed very, very sensitive to Moldavite. And so she actually put some on. She put some on her skin, and she says it felt like it was kind of bubbling, which so I would add a very, very strong note of caution if you are sensitive to Moldavite. Myself, I've used it several times now, and it doesn't. I'm not that sensitive to Moldavite, so it doesn't affect me in that way. But if you are sensitive, use caution. But otherwise, yeah, if you're interested and you would like to get a bottle of the Moldavite Meditation Oil, you can go check out the website, moldavitelife.com, and it'll be available there while supplies last. Again, this is something that I really try to put a lot of positive energy into, and it was, again, this was made, it started on the new moon and finished just after the full moon, the super moon of 2016. And it's incredible how all of these subtle energies affect us. And a lot of times we don't necessarily think about it unless we are energetically sensitive to things. And so again, I tried to put as much positive energy into this. And the 520 hertz tuning fork, in case you'd like to hear it clearly, is, let me get a good one. Yeah. And of course the rose quartz crystal ball. This has a lot of good energy to it. I really, really enjoy it. I don't necessarily sense crystal energy so much, but they say that, energetically, if you're kind of drawn to something, then there's at least one indicator of how it's kind of speaking to you. So this is one I've had for a little while, and I really enjoy the rose quartz. And again, I tried to put as much as I could into this, to make this a very strong, positive meditation oil. And if you'd like to try it out, please check out the website to help support the podcast. And until next time, this is Levi, the Moldavite guy. And oh shoot, I forgot the message for the day. Lesson for the day. All right, even if this would kind of be for me personally, but even if you're not necessarily sensitive to energies or crystal energies, I would say that they are definitely there. And I'll kind of go a little bit more in depth into something along these lines with the next episode, because that is going to be an incredible show. I've got a lot to share with you there. Again, sorry, I'm a little self-conscious. Sorry about the dark background here. The sun is not cooperating right now. Maybe I will go ahead and get some lighting that brightens things up here. I was trying to keep it all natural, but sometimes you gotta use some light, even if it's man-made. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and till next time, raise your vibration, and you guys have a good one.